Good evening, Gotham! Welcome to the Nightwing 01 channel, where tonight we're going to be playing some multiplayer, and I'm going to be taking your questions, except for the questions that, hey, how is Arkham Origins still have a multiplayer? I don't know. But I'll be taking your other questions. And before we start, yes, the Batman Batsuit video was supposed to go up this weekend. Some videos got switched around. The DC 5G, like, Gloom and Doom video went up today by accident. It was supposed to go up on Saturday, and the Batsuit video for Matt Reeves' movie was supposed to go up today. So that'll go up tomorrow now, and this stream was always planned. I don't know, my uploads got all messed up, so that's my bad. Also, I slept until, like, 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 p.m., something like that. I wasn't planning on answering as many questions as I did in that video, so I didn't get to sleep. Usually I get to sleep at 5 in the morning. I was up until way past, oh my gosh, close to noon answering questions to people because, you know, it was an interesting video. But I filmed that on Saturday. It was supposed to go up Saturday night, not on Sunday. So, oh well. It is what it is. Find a match, yes. Also, keep in mind, I'm really bad at this game, like in terms of the multiplayer, so don't expect a lot of great gameplay or anything like that. We're just kind of chilling, having fun, and I'm going to do my best to answer your guys' questions, so that's how it's going to go. And hopefully you guys are having a fantastic night tonight. It's a beautiful night out. Is DC really doomed? It depends. We're getting mixed reports of all kinds of stuff. Some people in the industry believe that DC Comics will survive and 5G will be canceled because AT&T and Warner Brothers, which I forgot about this, they expect DC to put out content that they can use in the movies. And going woke 52 or whatever you want to call it is not going to translate well on screen. A little bit of it will. I'm not saying that diversity is a bad thing or anything like that, but it needs to be done in moderation as to not alienate your core audience. And what DC 5G would do is basically destroy DC Comics to the point where it wouldn't do what AT&T wants, which is make material that they can turn into more profits for film, television, video games, etc. What's interesting, though, is did you guys know that most graphic novels are used for film scripts? They don't use comic books because comic books have so many, what's the word am I looking for? They have, like, so many different arcs and so many issues that you have to connect. With a graphic novel, everything is, you know, all put together nicely in one place. That's why Christopher Nolan used a lot of Frank Miller stuff when he drafted the Dark Knight trilogy. And same thing with Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is using The Long Halloween, which is a graphic novel trilogy that everything is one place where he can easily grab from, and he doesn't have to try to go, okay, because when you do a story for DC Comics back in the day or even today, have you guys noticed that sometimes issues are several months behind what happened previously? Or maybe there was a team-up episode in another comic that relates to the story that you're in your superheroes book, like Batman or Nightwing, but you have to go back and try to find issue number something to continue to this part of the story that was mentioned. So just gathering all those different comics, it makes for a pretty convoluted mess. And a graphic novel is nice and neat and everything's right there at your fingertips. So Hollywood is lazy and likes using graphic novels for superheroes. See what I mean? Hey, what's up, Pink Panther? Nice to see you. Yeah, I mean, oh, did we just get logged out? It was not possible to connect to choose to a game session. Please try again. Oh, noes. Maybe there's so many people playing on the weekend. When's the last time I did a stream for this? Was it during the week? I don't think I've played this on the weekend before. We'll see what happens. Yeah, guys, easy on the caps, please, because it's hard for me to know what's going on. Bum, bum. Do you remember your Return of the Joker review where you called Batman Contra? Yeah, I do. I wrote that script. I came up with all the jokes. That was me. I still say it's kind of like Batman. Yeah, I can't exactly make comic book. Yeah, so there are some people in the industry that are saying that AT&T just wants everything to be more concise. And DC 5G has two variations, which I can explain. I was going to make a video on it, but I really don't like talking about it because it kind of brings out the NPC whack jobs. I had to block 15 people before I went to sleep today. Just people causing trouble and arguing with each other back and forth. For the most part,
What kind of maniac would break into
like,
a prison?
my chat, you guys seem to be pretty good to each other, you know? Like, you guys are okay having different opinions and still being civil to each other. That's really not what the internet is. So we're kind of like an anomaly on this channel and on Kwing's Let's Plays. So when we had some troublemakers come in, I had to ban them because they were causing dissension and problems and things like that, so they had to go. I don't really give people warnings. If I ban you, I ban you. In my opinion, you have no valid thing to say if you're just going to go and attack people. So I get rid of you. Simple, easy, done. That way I can keep my chat organized. And oh my gosh, did Batman just show up? Holy cow. So, besides that, pretty much you have two different variants for the whole 5G thing that's flying around. One, Cassie would be Wonder Woman, and she would be a little thick. Because they would try to appease to the body sensitive. Body! Get away! Get away! Get away! Where is he? Where is he? I killed Batman! Oh my gosh. Okay. So. Oh, that scared me. Oh my gosh, where was I? Okay, so getting back to the whole Wonder Woman thing. So, oh my gosh, you never know what's gonna happen in these live streams. Holy crap. Oh, okay, so two variations of 5G that's running around for rumors. Cassie, which is Connor's girlfriend, which you guys remember from, pre-52 and things like that. She would be Wonder Woman, but she would be a little thick, little on the curvy side. Then there's another thing that they're trying to do, that Wonder Woman for other 5G is a man. I kid you not. There's concept art of her and Luke Fox as Batman and Wonder Person. So that's the bad portion of 5G. It's another part of it that could happen. The other part, which is most likely, is Cassie being a little curvier. Which is fine, I suppose. The other one would kind of be a disservice to Wonder Woman fans because the whole, oh my gosh, the whole aspect of Wonder Woman, Batman Got Revenge. Oh wait, no, never mind. The whole aspect of Wonder Woman is you're trying to appease to women. It's a girl superhero. It's for the ladies. Guys buy Wonder Woman comics, sure, but making Wonder Woman a man, that's not Wonder Woman. And even taking the name Wonder Woman as a different character, if you're a guy, that's kind of creepy. And also, that's not going to really give little girls something they can look up to. Wonder Woman is a very important character, especially now because of the movies. Like, Wonder Woman is becoming this legendary... Oh my gosh, who is that? Ah! Wonder Woman is becoming like this really big household name for the first time in 80 years. I mean, she was always a big superhero, don't get me wrong, but because of movies, she's like on another plateau. So the fact that they were even considering this is kind of weird. And I thought about showing you guys the concept art in that video, but I was like, I think that's just going to cause a lot of problems. And Batman looks really bad. So there's two variations of Luke Fox. One version of Luke Fox, he wears a red batsuit, and he kind of looks literally like Iron Man. The other concept art of Luke Fox is he would take the name Batman, but he would look like Batwing. So he'd look like what you guys have seen as Batwing. So very armored, his face is covered, things like that, to kind of give to the mystery of who he is. That way he can really take Batman's place. People just think, oh, Batman has a different suit. Yeah, he's younger, but you can't see his face. His other costume that they're trying to, what they would try to do with one part of 5G is he has like sleeveless arms, so you can see the color of his skin. He has like kind of a almost like a helmet slash more exposed aspect of his face and his neck, and you can really see who he is. Did we just get disconnected? Why? Why? I killed Batman! I killed Batman! Come on! Any XP? Aw, that's lame. That's lame. Why? You guys thought I killed Batman. The other aspect of it, you had Jon Stewart, who everybody, you guys know who Jon Stewart is, right? So Jon Stewart is the current leader of the Justice League. He is Green Lantern. And in both versions of 5G, he wouldn't be around anymore. Now, I don't know if that means he dies or if he just retires, but some little kid would take his place as Green Lantern and a bunch of other lanterns you've never seen or really cared about. Which I find kind of troubling because this year, I believe January is when GL became the leader of the Justice League. And for me, it would be like, well, hold on a second. So all these years that John has kind of been like a sidekick character or like just like another member of the Justice League and he has a high-profile role, you're telling me in less than a year he's going to be gone? See, that to me, that's a poor decision. If you want to change Superman or Batman, that's fine, but keep Wonder Woman and keep John and keep the Flash and some of the legacy characters intact. Like, leave them alone. The problem is DC wants to change too much, and that's going to alienate their core audience, which is going to cause boycotts and problems you've never seen. The problem I have with boycotts, though, is really we can't afford not to support DC because they'll fold. So voting with your wallet, AT&T is kind of smart in that area because they hold all the cards. If you stick to your guns and you're like, I'm not supporting this crap, they're like, okay, fine, we'll just fold DC Comics. So, I mean, I don't know what to do, gang. There's not much you can do. Night, Pink Panther. Bendis is the one responsible, and apparently he wants to change the preferences of characters like Nightwing and other people in 5G, like he did Iceman, because basically they're saying they can do whatever to these established characters whenever they want. Instead of making a character like Midnighter that people like, they're going to take a character that people love and they're going to change him so that it's going to make people hate him. And it's not going to sell books. If anything, it'll get the Nightwing books canceled. This was the scariest rumor that I heard because you guys know I'm a huge Nightwing fan. And Nightwing has been the superhero that literally was born when I was born. He's about 37 years old this year, something like that. He's the same age as me. So I have like this big connection to this character. I followed him my entire life as soon as I could read, you know? So for me, when you just change somebody's orientation like that, it's wrong. It's just morally wrong. Make new characters. Show that you can do that kind of stuff instead of just being lazy and ruin the fun for everyone else. And then the funny thing is they expect these people to go ahead and when they appease to the Twitterites and things like that, they encompass likes and retweets, meaning that these crazy people are going to support their books. And we all know that's not the case. They don't do it. They'll occasionally grab like a comic book or maybe a collectible and take a picture on Instagram and be like, oh, look, I'm a fan. But it's like, are they doing pull lists? Are they buying all these books? Are they buying all this digital stuff? No. They don't care. They're like lemmings. They go from one activist group to the next. And then they don't really care if they destroy your hobby. They're just kind of like parasites, in a sense. So, I mean, that's why I don't really like using the term SJW, because I always view, like, social justice as what Martin Luther King was and things like that. I don't encompass, like, the trolls in that movement. I feel like they've hijacked what was so good about that movement, and they're just ruining it. You know, and then all these different terms, I mean, they're not very nice, but there's really no way to describe these crazies other than them being deranged lunatics. So, I mean, you know, that's why they've kind of become known as SJWs and stuff like that, which I wish they'd be called something else, but nobody's really thought of a clever name for them yet. NPC is just, that's kind of a gaming term. It doesn't really work for the comic book crowd. So, you know, it is what it is. So with the Flash, both 5G things he would change. It wouldn't be Barry or Wally. If you guys have been reading DC at all, then you know Wally West is kind of a bad guy. I mean, he just erased a whole planet from existence using the powers of Dr. Manhattan. somehow. Whoa. Did I kill somebody again? No. But Flash, no matter what, either versions of oh my gosh, there's Robin. Ah! Oh, it's Robin! It's Robin! Ah! Ah! No! No! Oh, man. So Flash, either versions of DC 5G, he would be replaced with Captain Cold Sun. That, no matter which version they do, that's going to happen. I don't really know who Captain Cold Sun is. So, I mean, I only really followed the Bat book, so that was kind of news to me. But unfortunately, you know, they have sources to back that garbage up. But, I mean, if you're a fan of the Flash, okay. Cyborg, I don't know what's going to happen to him, but it sounds like he's going to be recycled and someone else to become Cyborg. Some Asian character, I don't know. Which is kind of weird because it's like, wouldn't you... If the argument is there's not enough characters of color, why would you get rid of established legacy characters of color? That to me just sounds really dumb. I killed Robin! I killed Robin! Yeah! Oh my gosh, I'm getting better at this game, guys. Woohoo! Score. So yeah, I just don't... You can just tell from my explanation of some of this 5G stuff, it doesn't make any sense. It's like reading really bad fan fiction. Wait, was that one of my guys? Are you a clown?
We have majority control. Keep it that way. Nearly at half.
Is that a Bane mask or is that a clown? That's a clown. That's a Bane mask. Sorry, I'm not good at finding my teammates. I think I just killed my teammate. I'm sorry.
Enemy kings.
Ah! The buddy system has failed. Personally, I think that Jon Stewart would need a lot more stuff before you get rid of him. Just making him the leader of the Justice League for a little bit is not really... It doesn't justify getting rid of him in like 9 months. That's nothing. It's like, okay, that's great. How about make him the leader of the Justice League and give him his own solo book? Not a team-up book. Jon is a great character. Jon has been around for 30, 40 years. He needs more attention to detail. Oh my gosh! I killed someone else! Look at that! I'm getting better at using guns. I'm so proud of myself. Yay me! Yay! I'm becoming a great thug!
Boss is inbound. Go let him in now.
Ah!
Or it won't be pretty.
I got Robin. Robin robbed me of that victory. My gosh. Who is your favorite Catwoman? Mine is Sheen Young. Sheen Young? Are you talking about that crazy lady who stood up on Donahue and says, "I'm the Catwoman," and she like made all this crazy stuff and then wait, sorry, that's... Hi, boss. Hey. What? I didn't try to shoot you. No, I don't know what you... Oh my gosh, it's the buddy system. I got you, boss. I'm helping. This is me helping. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, boss. Boss. You let Robin kill me. Come on, Bane. That's not... You know, the guy playing Bane does not know how the buddy system works. That is not... It's not how... That's not how you get your people to want to work for you, Bane. Could have easily turned around and took out Robin. I'm just saying. You know? But yeah, I mean... what I would do in 5G, hey, they want to kill Batman, cool. Let's not get rid of Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and all the characters that people love, like, right off the bat. Because that is just going to be, like, the Titanic hitting the iceberg. The Twitter crazies, Twitter Puritans, NPCs, whatever you want to call them, they're not going to go out in droves and buy the books. They'll get the first issue, maybe. If you're lucky, they'll buy the first issue if it's woke enough. If not, then they're not going to support it. And they're not going to continue to support it because they're poor. They don't work. They don't do anything except whatever activists do. They complain. They stamp their feet till they get their way, and then they just go to the next thing.
Jokers off.
So, yeah, I don't get companies. I don't understand why companies are so stupid. Ow. Because it's the answer to how to survive is staring them right in the face. There are thousands of people on forums and all other stuff that have been saying for years that they just want good stories for their legacy characters. They want to see Wally treated well. They want to see Nightwing treated well. And they'll buy the books. But they don't want to support crap. You had a DC Pro last year who was insulting people for not buying comic books, saying that it doesn't matter if you don't like what's in our books. If you're not supporting our industry, then you're not a fan. And this guy, he was a new hire. He was brought on by Dan Didio. And he was insulting the fans for not supporting his junk. And saying, it's your fault that everything's the way it is. It's like, no it isn't, dipstick. You put crap in the book, we're not going to support it. It's that simple. Write better stuff. But no, you want to have your cake and eat it too. So, no, I'm not really boo-hoo about the comic book industry. They've been killing themselves for 10 years. They keep making poor decisions, and they don't learn from their mistakes. You would think, in reality, with the state of Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey, yeah, it wasn't the overt, overt political movie that it was promised, but it still did a lot of bad things. So you would think Hollywood would maybe reconsider some of the things that they're doing with, Charlie's Angel flopped and Ghostbusters 2016 flopped, but they don't learn their lesson. They're just like, you know what? We're just going to keep making horrible movies, and, that'll be it. Oh my gosh, my team won. Haha! Score. Because they believe they can't do any wrong. They believe that it's our fault that they're not succeeding because they're releasing the product and how dare we not consume it. That's their mindset, and that's wrong because if you have that mindset in business, you're going to fail. I mean, that's just business 101. You know what I mean? So that's why it doesn't, as someone who thinks logically, it doesn't make sense to me. It does not compute. Does not. I swear, if I'm Robin, I'm going to be so upset. Please no. Please no. But let's switch gears a little bit. What about Jeff Johns and Paul Dini? What is their reactions? Paul Dini hasn't said anything. No! 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 Come on! I said no! I said no, game! Come on, man! Why? Always Robin! Always! Oh my... Why? Come on! Come on! Robin's terrible in this game. Ah! I have like a giant bullseye on my back. Don't get me wrong, like, I love Robin, I love Nightwing, but something in this game just, he's not very good in multiplayer. He's better in, like, Arkham City and Arkham Knight, like, challenge maps and Predator stuff. It just feels off. Last time we did this multiplayer, I was stuck playing Robin like 5 matches. 5 matches. People just opt out and make me be Robin. That's why. So we're gonna die. Oh, of course, Dini and Jeff Johns and all these people know. Jeff Johns and Dini are tight, right? But Didio and Jeff Johns were kind of like two alley cats that didn't get along. It's not like they didn't like each other. It was more like, you know how I called Dan like a comic book villain? Let's let Alfred talk.
And now both Joker and Bane are trying to steal it. Stop them.
Oh man.
Gotham will go up in flames. You have to stop the gang.
I'm gonna try to stop him, but I mean, I'm kind of a terrible Robin, so I mean, this is not gonna go well at all. Maybe I should just hide up here and cry. But getting back to what I was saying. So it's not a secret in the industry that Didio and Jeff Johns didn't get along because while Jeff Johns is kind of a hero that loves legacy characters. Look what he did with DC Rebirth and all that other stuff. they would clash quite a bit. Like, there was a heated argument between the two during Forever Evil when Dan Didio wanted to kill Nightwing in one of the final issues, like where Lex Luthor attached him, or not Lex Luthor, I forget. Somebody put him to like this machine that was killing him, and in order to prevent the bomb from going off, Nightwing had to die. And Lex Luthor basically killed Nightwing, and then Batman, you know, that was going to be it. Batman was probably going to kill Lex Luthor, and Dan wanted to do this whole thing. And Jeff Johns and Jim Lee, and I think EVS was still at DC at that point, and a couple other people, like, basically blindsided Dan, and they were just like, you can't do this. You know, it's going to be Infinite Crisis all over again. We can't withstand this type of bad publicity. And Dan was stamping his feet, and he just didn't want to do it. He just wanted to kill him because he just, you know, I hate legacy characters, blah, blah, blah. So Jeff Johns was really in Dan's face about it. And they had like a big tiff, so to speak, or whatever a tiff in comic books is called. I don't know. Very big disagreement. And Jeff Johns and the other people are the reason why Nightwing survived. And Dan was just kind of like twisting his mustache like, I'll get him next time, you know? And it's always been like that. Whenever it comes to Wally or some of those other characters, Dan just goes in guns a-blazing and doesn't really care about the consequences. You know? Run away, run away! I got one! Robin won, bad guys none. Are they using the buddy system or are they dumb? Oh my gosh, they don't see me. Oh my gosh, they don't see me. Surprise! Yeah! What's my name, Home Slice? Oh, dang, don't go down there. Don't go down there! No! Oh my gosh. And yeah, I mean, when I hear this kind of stuff, it's like, I want to take it with a grain of salt, but just knowing all the stupid stuff that Dan has done to legacy characters, it's understandable. Oh my gosh! It's understandable, and Jeff Johns has been like a big supporter of all things legacy. Like, he did awesome stuff with Rebirth with Wally, and he did all this other stuff with Nightwing and the Titans and things like that. Dan just wanted to get rid of the Titans. He wanted to get rid of everybody. He doesn't care. And I kind of explained that in my video today, and I'll just go over it real quick. So, Dan comes from a time of comic books when Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash were solo acts. And when I mean solo acts, the Silver Age had finished. The kooky time of comic books, because of the Comics Code Authority and things like that, was done. Comic books were being revamped to appeal to adults. Darker stories, comic book characters were allowed to kill again like the 40s, and Robin was in college. So Dan, like most people, saw Robin as a joke, like from the Adam West show. Like most normal people at the time, like Robin was kind of like a joke. Sort of, kind of. Huh? I don't really understand how I died, but okay. So, I mean, I don't blame him for some of his points of view with that kind of thing, because I grew up with legacy characters. He didn't, right? It's really true that in the 70s and the late 60s, Batman was a solo act. And same thing with Superman. Jimmy Olsen wasn't his super pal anymore, and they did their best to cut all the really goofy stuff out of comics. Now, that isn't to say that Robin didn't appear in the books in the 70s. There were a couple issues where I think the reason why Dan liked the idea of killing Robin in the 70s, they tried to kill Robin like 4 times. There was a scene where Batman is fighting this one character, and they did a got you where Robin is like dead on a tree or something like that. And it turns out it's just a college kid dressed up as Robin, but because the costume was so accurate to what, you know, Pixie Shorts wore, to the reader, it looked like Robin was dead. And you were kind of like wanting to tune in to find out what happened. Like, you had to buy the next issue, see who killed Robin, who was able to do this. And then it was, you know, it was a bait and switch because it wasn't Robin. But he kept seeing that kind of stuff month to month for years, and he probably just was like, why don't we just kill Robin? He's like, it was okay when I was a kid reading these books, and in a sense, he's right. Kind of, because Robin wasn't around. He just wasn't. I think that was a bad move. Oh, maybe not. Ho-ho! Look at that, I'm playing better as Robin, who knew? Boo to the ya. Who do I need to intercept? Oh no! I botched that! Robin away! Robin away! Robin away! No, no, no! Okay, that could have been bad. But what Dan doesn't understand, and Jeff Johns did, because Jeff Johns, I mean, he's older than me, right? But he was an 80s teenager, whereas I was like an 80s kid. You know, he was like a teen, probably teenager in the 80s. So he saw the cool things the Titans did, and the Green Lantern books, and all this other stuff, right? And then in the 90s, we had Tim Drake books that showed that these legacy characters can actually sell their own books, and that they can do so much more than just be sidekicks, right? It was the first time in history that Robin had his own solo issues, and they weren't garbage. I mean, the Chuck Dixon run of Robin was insane. It was some of the... Oh, no! Don't break me! No! Ah! Oh, my spleen! Oh, Bane, why? Oh, never gonna walk again. You know, so I mean, that's what I don't understand, because Dan was actually kind of working with DC Comics in the late 90s. He wasn't at an executive level role, but I mean, he had to understand the importance of these characters, but I think he just hardened his heart and was like, you know what? I believe that superheroes can be better without legacy characters, because we don't need them. And he's wrong. And I would fight him to the death over it, but I'll respect what he says about it. But the problem is, I think he tried too much to try to make it the way he wanted to. I swear, if they make me Robin again, I'm gonna be so ticked. 'Cause it's just Robin. Everybody opts out when it comes, you know. Bane broke me. Yeah, I know. All right. Kwing, do you think the next game will be this gen or cross-gen? The next Batman game, it's supposed to be one of the last hurrahs for the PS4 and the Xbox One. Arkham 2020 or whatever they're going to call it. I mean, it could change. They only have, like, what is it? I'm trying to think. Spring technically starts sometime next month, right? Arkham Origins was announced either March or April. So they've got 2 months to do a formal announcement of this. I just hope that, you know, the reshuffling at DC Comics doesn't do anything to WB Games Montreal to deter them from releasing their game this year. Because if it really does have Robin in it, this is Robin's 80th anniversary. Nightwing is returning this summer after his battle with the Joker. Oh, no. No. Don't do that. Bummer. Do you think... Oh, I already answered that one. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for being the reason I love Batman. You're welcome, Sam. But, yeah, I'm just doing my best. I think Robin dying is actually a cool concept if done right. I mean, if they do it right, they've never really done it right, though. I mean, think about how Damian died. He got killed by a clone of himself. It just... I don't know. And how Stephanie Brown... The savage way that Stephanie Brown died, that was Dan's thing. If you guys ever want to go to my Twitter, at Kwing Reviews, I did a fun thread about 50 things that Dan Didio did wrong during his presidency or whatever. And one of the things I wrote about was what happened to Stephanie Brown. Now, it's true that it was planned for her to die, but the gruesome way that she died, like basically being tortured by this, you know... and overpowered by this dude, almost to the point of, like, we'll say, kind of naughty things, and the type of, like, abuse that she suffered, it really feels that Dan basically did to Robin's death what he always wanted to. And it was kind of disturbing. Like, you talk about Robin's dying. The way Stephanie died, I think that's a lot worse than how Joker took out Jason Todd with the crowbar. Like, Black Mask tortured her to death. And he left her barely alive for Batman to find her. And then she died on the operating table. I mean, that was disturbing. Like, and Dan was just, like, sitting gleefully in his little office because he killed Robin. He had already retired Tim Drake. And made Tim Drake have, like, daddy issues or something. I forget why Tim had to give up the mantle. I think his dad discovered a secret identity, and he basically moved away with Tim. And then Stephanie wanted to be Robin for whatever reason. I don't remember. Her time as Robin wasn't bad, though. I mean, it actually ended a lot of the, you know, the annoying talk about Batman and Robin's relationship when they made Robin a woman. Oh my gosh. He's behind me. He's behind me! He's behind me! Oh wait, no. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? But I mean, she didn't stay Robin very long. Buddy system, guys. Buddy system! Buddy system! Okay? Oh my gosh! He's there! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Is he dead? Is he dead? Okay. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I see him. I saw 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 him. Batman's here. The Batman's coming. The Batman's coming. Go away. Go away, man.
Protect the one who is. If the heroes get him, it jeopardizes the mission.
Do I think Firefly is overrated? You mean like the sci-fi show, or are you talking like Firefly is in the Batman villain? That's what I don't... if you could clarify that, that'd be great. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Dun, 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 dun. There's the clown! It's Batman! No! Get away! Get away from me! You're not real! You're not real! I'm getting out of here, man. I'm getting out of here. Where is he? Where is he? Where are you? Huh. Are you on my team? Are we good? All right, let's buddy up, man. Batman's around here. He's here. He's here. He's around here. He's around here. Hey, wait, wait, wait! That's not the money system! Help me! I got Robin. Yeah. I understood that reference. Oh my gosh. I'd love a Joker Batman film where Killer Moth is suddenly really OP and awesome, but he's still... I think I would want a movie about the Ballad of Kite Man. I think that would be... picture it. It doesn't have to be like a Batman, you know, Joker movie. Oh my gosh. But like... Wouldn't it be cool, like, if everything is told from Kite Man's point of view? Like... Oh my gosh. Yeah, thanks for that. Just like kind of how the Ballad of Kite Man was told from his point of view. Like, you can have Batman and all these other characters show up in your movie, but they're not the main focus. Instead, the main focus of this character study would be on Kite Man. The thing that happened with his son, his life, how he became a supervillain. I think that would be like a fantastic movie. It could be like a dark comedy. You know what I mean? And you could still have somebody show up and be Batman. You could even get Ben Affleck back to be Batman, like in that movie. And, you know, it could be part of like DC's Black Label or something like that. Because Kite Man is becoming a super popular character. You know? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that scared me. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How do you spell your name? Nightwing. K-N-I-G-H-T-W-I-N-G. K-N-I-G-H-T-W-I-N-G. I saw him! Oh, man. Do I have any friends nearby? Oh, okay, stay with me. I'm scared. I've heard legends about this Batman, man. They say he drinks blood. They say he can't be killed. Oh, man. Right, I'm just gonna hang out here with you. Is that cool? Ah! Die! Die! Oh my gosh. Yeah, Kite Man's really popular. I would fly into theaters to see Kite Man. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Oh, the one thing I like about the multiplayer, though, is you get to feel the dread of Batman and Robin coming after you. Like, I mean, the spooky atmosphere. The multiplayer is pretty good. I wish Robin was better. Like, Robin doesn't have as cool gadgets as Batman does. And he's also wearing bright colors, so he kind of stands out more than anybody else, so. It's like, I got beads of sweat, like, coming down my face, yo. It's like, I don't know what's gonna happen. These multiplayer matches are just so random. I think that's why people enjoy multiplayer so much, but oh my gosh! Oh, there's a robots! I was like, holy crap! Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat. Come on. Come on, where's a friend of mine? Come on, there's gotta be a buddy around here somewhere, right? Guys? Guys? I'm all alone. Oh no. No, somebody found me. Oh! Ah! I'm alive! Oh, never mind. Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man is in the new Suicide Squad movie. Do I agree with Batman that if he didn't take Jason Todd, would he have become more dangerous? No, I don't. I think Jason Todd would have just become a, maybe like a mob boss, maybe, but maybe not. You have to remember that Batman took Jason in, he trained him to be like an elite ninja, and then Jason turned his ninja training into assassin training. So, I mean, Batman gave him the tools, and then Jason made them deadly. So, I mean, I don't think Jason would have been that big of a threat if Batman hadn't trained him, personally. I mean, I might be alone in thinking that, but it feels like, you know, he didn't give Jason the gun, but he taught him how to use it. You know what I mean? And when Jason was dipped into the Lazarus pit, I mean, he was already starting to become kind of crazy. You know, he was a little unhinged. He had so much emotional angst. So much rage. That he just kind of popped. So, I mean, he was always going to pop. It's just like Batman kind of... I swear, if you guys make me Robin again... Don't you do it. Don't you do it! Yay! I'm not Robin. Ryder is. Okay. Doctor, Jason Todd has been retconned from the whole Superman punch thing. That's mostly Lazarus Pit now in every version, because they kind of realized that the reality-altering shenanigans of, you know, Superboy Prime punches don't really work anymore. So they did a practical thing, which, why can't we use the Lazarus Pit to bring Jason back? And that's pretty much what they've done. That's what they did in Young Justice. That's how Jason comes back, as the Lazarus Pit, which you guys are going to find out in Season 4. Sorry for spoilers. It's kind of common knowledge. The new 52 comics explained that it was the Lazarus Pit. Video games, mostly. Except Arkham. He didn't die in Arkham, which is weird, but... I think he would have been a scarier threat if he was dipped in the Lazarus Pit, personally. Gotcha, never had that cleared up. Hey, that's what I'm here for, Doctor. Who's going to be Robin in the new game? You mean actor? I don't know. It's going to be Dick Grayson, though.
Joker has hidden a secret.
It's going to be all new actors, supposedly. Like, there's a couple people on the internet that keep saying that this is a soft reboot and it's still going to be Arkham. I don't believe that. I believe that it's going to be a brand new Batman game based on the information I've heard, things I've researched, things that I've heard from other people. Mostly because if it was an Arkham game, then you know somebody like AV, who has way more contacts at Warner Brothers in the game department than I do. He would be the first to know what's going on, and he never really comments on leaks and stuff like that because he hates leakers like I do. It's interesting enough that when most of these leakers turn their attention to Batman is when a lot of them had to pull their content off Twitter. A bunch of leakers the past 2 weeks have disappeared! Holy crap! So you could say that it wasn't Nintendo ninjas that took out... I mean, they took out Sabi. Sabi was taken out by Nintendo. They're not allowed to leak stuff anymore. They're going to get, like, sued. In fact, I believe they shut down their Twitter for a while, too. But some of these other people that have been sniffing around Warner Brothers got in big trouble this past week. Because they were going to leak the name of the game, and Warner Brothers went after them. So Arkham Videos and myself and a couple other people have no idea what's going on! Why? Stop with the jump scares! I'm trying to talk here. So there's like a vocal minority that thinks that it's an Arkham reboot, like a soft reboot, you know? I'm talking out of nowhere, and then it's like, ah! I thought I was with buddies, too. He took them both out? See, the whole point of the buddy system is, oh my gosh, are you okay? All right. The whole point of the buddy system is you're supposed to have somebody watch your back.
Keep it that way. One of you is promoted to captain, not you. Protect the one who is. If the heroes get him, it jeopardizes the mission.
All right, I got your back.
The heroes are dominating. Your next mistake will be your last. Scratch one.
Oh, there's somebody coming. There was a smoke bomb. It's a bat. It's a bat. There's a bat nearby. Stop with the freakiness. Where are you?
Tactical advantage lost. Unacceptable.
I think we're fine, dude. So we never talk. You got any kids? My mom's name is Martha. What's your mom's name? Buddy? Buddy? Where'd you go, man? Come on, we were bonding. He's gonna leave. Ah, it's a clown! Ah, I'm gonna so haunt you.
Your courage must improve, or this mission is over.
Oh my gosh. Why does Robin wear a suit that makes him stick out so much? Oh, you've never heard of this, Matt Newey? In Batman All-Star, they explain it. The reason why, Batman, at least in All-Star Batman and Robin, by, Frank Miller, he says the reason why Robin wears a colorful costume is so that he is a, target. So that he draws attention away from Batman. He's a colorful decoy. That's why he has, like, this flamboyant, bright red costume. It's almost like a giant bullseye. It makes sense in Frank's twisted mind that it could be that, but it also goes back to the 70s where the Bronze Age Batman kind of said the same thing, except it wasn't as, like, you know, I'm putting this kid out in harm's way. It's... The costume is supposed to let the enemy's guard down by thinking that Robin's not a threat. That's what they believed in the Bronze Age, so like the 1970s. And Robin also had like a very cheerful personality, so the original Robin costume was his circus performer thing. The R stood for Richard. You know, because they all had like... And in the Batman Forever movie, they show that too. Like, the original Robin costume was the Flying Grayson's uniform. There's been different variations of the Robin costume and Robin lore over the years. There was one point where Bruce Wayne was actually Robin in the He was Robin first, and then Dick Grayson was Robin in one continuity. It was like the 70s, and the costume was just kind of like a kid's costume or whatever. They didn't really think about it. It was just kind of like, oh, I'm like a colorful Zorro or something like that. But Frank Miller took some twisted things with his decisions. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to play as Robin again, it looks like. So that was the reasoning behind it. Okay, that's just wrong! Why? Why would you make it that big? More Robin! Do you have a feeling Warner Brothers Montreal will pull another switch in the new game, like an Origins? I hope not. Dude, I only came up with against you once in like... I've only come up against you in like 4 matches. Sorry about that. I don't really know what's going on with that. More Robin, more Robin. He doesn't like Gotham. No, I don't like Gotham. Anybody know what the deal is with the eyes on Pattinson's suit? They're supposed to be like the comic book eye slits. It's similar to the technology that you saw in The Dark Knight, where Batman had like that thing he was scanning the city with his freaky eyes. Let's go, Robin. So he is gonna have the comic accurate eyes, but they're not gonna be like that all the time. They have like when he's scanning things, or when he's gonna be like doing murder stuff, like scanning for clues and stuff like that in the movie, you're gonna see the comic book accurate eyes come up. I don't like the ears though in the new suit. The ears look dumb. They're too, unless they're gonna do like maybe some computer fixing to the ears and post or something like that. I don't like the ears on the bat suit. They're too thin. I think they're the right size, but I think they're too fragile looking. You know?
Stop both gangs, or Gotham will die choking. You must stop the gangs. Use every means at your disposal.
That's the problem. Do you want multiplayer in the next Batman game? Sure, why not? That'd be great. But yeah, you're not really gonna find out a lot of stuff about the Batman game until WB Games Montreal is ready. If they really went after the leakers this past week, because remember when I did a stream, what was it, a couple weeks ago? I told you guys that the leakers were planning on, they're taunting that they're gonna release the name of the game and they're gonna pressure WB Games to release the trailer before they're ready because they're bored. So I mean, to me, it doesn't feel like a coincidence that they're gone. Like, I mean, that to me is just kind of like, well, that's interesting, but it's too soon, you know what I mean? Huh?
Most dangerous member for you. Taking him out will intimidate the rest of them.
That is mine.
Surprise! Ha 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 ha! Robin! I robbed you of that. Just hang out here. I want somebody to just pop out. I want somebody to run across here while I talk, because we know I'm not a very good Robin. But if I just hang out here, maybe we'll get lucky again. You know. Or I can wait for them to kill each other and then take out last man standing. Should I be bold enough to try that?
Gang's most brutal thug. Take them down and damage the gang's morale.
Robin's here.
Oh no, I'm bugging. There's too many of them. Like I said in previous videos, I really believe that they're going to do something in the spring, because that's what they did with Arkham Origins. Arkham Origins, spring of 2013 is when they announced the game, and then fall of 2013 is when the game came out. WB Games is a creature of habit, so I don't see them changing how they do things, because they don't have the type of money that... unless Warner Brothers is throwing their whole lot in with them. I don't know. Curse you and your buddy system. See how they're working together? Like, that to me, it doesn't feel like I would be able to take them out.
They're delivering grenades your way.
Like, I don't even know how I would get. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of stuck here. It looks like Batman just goes after him anyway. I missed! Why did my back grapple not grab onto him? Batman, I'm dead! I have holes through me! Oh man. Oh, you're saying people are watching my stream? Yeah, maybe that's why my Robin is not very good, is because I have people watching what I'm doing. See, for me, what I would do with Affleck is, like I said, if you did a Ballad of Kite Man movie and you had Batman characters in it, because Batman did appear in the Kite Man story, I think it would be great for the fans and for Ben Affleck to get some closure on the Batman role. And you have Ben Affleck star in like this. He does great in dark comedies. So, I mean, he wouldn't be the star, but he would be one of the big people in it. And you get back J.K. Simmons to play Jim Gordon. And for Lucius Fox, I would probably bring in, Morgan Freeman if he wanted to do it. I think it'd just be really fun. You know, it would be like a fun little R-rated movie that you could give people some really cool Batman stuff, but Ben wouldn't have to be too far committed to the role because Batman isn't in the entire movie. You know, he shows up and he helps out. I don't even remember all the stuff that happened between Kite Man and stuff, but I know Batman was in it. So I think that would be perfect. And then, you know, in the future, if he wants to do more Batman stuff, like as this older Batman, I say DC could just fall back on the success of that movie. You know? I mean, that's what I would pitch. It'd be like, you know, this Kite Man character is getting awfully popular. He was a breakout character in the Harley Quinn show. He stole Harley Quinn's thunder. The brand new animated show. It was supposed to be about Harley Quinn and Ivy, and Kite Man is like the most memed and like beloved character in that show. It's astounding because he just flies on kites, but people just like him. You know? I don't really understand it either, but I mean, he's just a likable character.
You'll need to work even harder to defeat them.
I've got winner! Woohoo! Oh no. Ah!
Joker's gang have no more reinforcements.
Robin's still alive, but I do feel like people are watching me. I mean, I might be dumb in thinking that, but I think it'd be kind of cool. Sometimes, like the Joker movie, if you think outside the box, I mean, James Gunn seems to think that his Suicide Squad movie is going to be really good. I mean, that's what he's saying. I mean, it could be. Don't really know.
Mark out each gang's most dangerous member for you.
There we go.
You're intimidating them. You have the advantage now.
Hee hee hee. Oh, there we go. See, as long as I can drop in on people, I mean,
Ben's gang grows in power. Do not underestimate.
these guys, I wouldn't try for these guys because they're just, they're smart.
This guy's not your run-of-the-mill thug.
Help! Batman! Batman! Oh. I was like, where was he? Where was he? It was just, see? This is what I'm talking about. He puts me in this colorful costume, and he goes and does all this stuff, but is he coming when I need him? No! He just bugs out. See, this is why I have parental issues. This is why I become a grown man vigilante and I beat people up in the street, Batman. This is not father-son day at work. I do not have a target on my back. I really need to adjust my costume and make it darker. People can still see me. Uh-oh. Hey, what's up, guys? Ah! Oh my gosh. What about a movie based on the Condiment King? I don't know. Maybe. Don't get me wrong, I love the Condiment King, but I think that if you go with really popular characters and things that are hitting right now, I think that assuming you guys don't care about spoilers for the Harley Quinn show, do you? Because I mean I would like to talk about the Harley Quinn show if I can, because I'd like to talk about Kite Man a little bit, but I can't unless I can get into a little spoilery territory. All right, so you don't care? Okay, cool. All right, so there were a bunch of villains that died in the last 2 episodes, and it's kind of ambiguous what happens to Kite Man, I think. So if he is alive, then he could play a bigger role next season, which is possible. If you were to ride on his coattails of popularity and give him like a fun little graphic novel again or something, you could easily pitch like a movie for him by like 2022 or something. You know, because it would still... enough people would have seen the Harley Quinn show and some other things that Kite Man would be in. I would also put Kite Man in the new Batman video game. Or at least allude to Kite Man being around. Because if you do what the memes want, then you get more exposure. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I would do if I was in business with DC. I would really be pushing like stuff with Kite Man. So what happened to the last stream I missed? I don't know. I've been doing a lot more streams. I told you guys in February that I was going to be on this channel more because there was going to be a lot of Batman stuff. I told you guys. I said February and March there's going to be a lot of Batman news and you're going to see more of me than you're accustomed to on this channel because I have things to actually talk about. There's important news that happened. No, the Batmobile did not get leaked yet for the Batman, but the Batbike did. And the Batbike looks really cool, but tomorrow there'll be another video on this channel. Tomorrow's video is on the Batsuit, the Matt Reeves Batsuit, talking about the utility belt being a carpenter's belt, like I predicted. Talking about different aspects of the suit, the gauntlets, the cowl, some of the gadgets that you'll see used, the Batbike, things like that. Batman K-Wing. K-Wing and Batman go hand in hand. I wish Affleck came back. Mm-hmm.
There's a laugh ride going on in Blackgate Prison. Time to make it ours.
Oh, I'm playing as a Joker thug now.
Wear down the enemy. Watch out for Batman and Robin spoiling our fun.
I'm pretty sure that Season 2 is going to happen. Like, I mean, that was a very popular show. Titan Season 3 will be dropping in September, I believe. And they're... I mean, I guess I could talk about Titans. You know how Titans Season 2, they started to get, like, a little bit more mellow? Like, they... Oh my gosh. They started to change the tone a little bit. Well, if information is true for Titans Season 3, like, at least the storyline, they want to take Titans in, like, a more lighthearted approach. Because people are getting a little tired of a lot of the constant heavy F-word type stuff. It's not doing well in the focus groups or the testing for things. So they want to try, AT&T especially wants to try to limit that. I mean, they're not going to go cold turkey. It's not going to be like that big of a drop, but they're going to be like toning down the show a little bit. Like kind of like it was a CW show, but... Is that a clown? Sorry. Sorry, I thought you were Bane Thug. My bad. We can still be friends, right? Covering fire! Oh, my friend died. I'm just gonna take this time and... Oh my gosh! I said I was just good at covering fire. I'm not really good at actually hitting people with bullets. Not in the face! Not in the face! You've got Robined. No, you won't be able to stop. Like, I mean, the show's come too far that you can't... This is just, like, mummerings that people have been saying, like, oh, if you didn't like Titans and some of the stuff about Titans, then Titans Season 3 is going to be really different. And it's like, if you're accustomed to that... I mean, Titans Season 2, I don't feel like it had as much stuff in it compared to Season 1. I mean, yeah, Jason Todd would drop an F-bomb every once in a while, but... I mean... Oh! I fell down the stairs and died! What's a mummering? I've heard of mummerings. I messed up the word because I was in the middle of being shot. I can get Joker. I've never gotten to play as Joker ever. Ah! I'm allergic to the lead, Joker. I can't let it pass through my body at any time. It's bad for my health. My thug looks like Red Hood. Kwing, do you like Batwoman now? I never have. Her books are bland and boring. Her TV show's a joke. I liked her when she was in Detective Comics as, like, not the focal point. She does really well when she's teamed up with other characters. She does miserable when they team her up by herself. Like, her books are just really boring. It's kind of the same thing over and over and over and over and over. It's the same story beats, like her preference with women, whether or not she's cheating on somebody, you know, why she was kicked out of the military, wah, wah, wah. Oh my gosh, Bane! Hi, Bane! Can we be friends? Yeah, probably not. And the TV show is just kind of like super cringe. I thought she did pretty good in the Crisis thing, both Crises. I thought Batwoman was cool when Barry Allen and, oh my gosh. When Barry Allen and Oliver switched roles, I thought that was a great introduction to Batwoman for that crossover. And I wish we saw more of that character portrayed like that. Like, less how Ruby wants to do it and more how Batwoman appeared in that crossover. Because she wasn't painful to watch. It was actually pretty exciting. It was like great choreography, cool introduction, light, you know, hardly any cringe. It was kind of like, okay, I can understand that she's taking care of Gotham. Oh gosh, not again! Why? Why? I'm not a piñata, thank you very much. Do I look like a piñata to you? Yeah, in small doses, exactly. Exactly. Bane Team always wins in your stream so far. I think Bane Team is watching the stream. Shoutouts to Bane Team. What's up, guys? Thank you for watching and getting easy kills and knowing exactly where I am at every time. Makes the stream great. Ah! No! No, I'm too... No! Get away from me! I don't want to be thrown again! I have nightmares for the last time! Somebody help! Oh no! Ah! Ah! See, this is what I'm talking about! I'm all for the Snyder Cut. Even Ben Affleck came out in favor. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me? Go away! Even Ben Affleck came out in favor of the Snyder Cut, like in a promotion for his new movie. He explained his reasoning for it, and I support that. But I've always been a supporter of the Snyder Cut. Oh my gosh. They're screen watching me. They're screen watching me!
Splendid.
Where are my friends at, man? I don't like being separate. What? See? See, the Bane dude is following me!
You got Batman. Instant reinforcements available. Whoopee!
Where's my team? Guys? Guys, I'm not good at reading maps. Ah! No! No, please! I don't want to be thrown again!
Beaten by Bane and his thugs?
What are my thoughts on the leaked Batsuit and the Batbike? I'm doing a video on those. You can look forward to the video tomorrow night. What are your thoughts on Joker being in Mortal Kombat 11? I still haven't gotten a chance to play as Joker in MK11 yet. I've been so busy. I've been so busy. Oh my gosh. He did. Oh guys, I forgot to ask, is the microphone like really loud or is it a good level? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be Batman? I'm gonna be Batman? No! No, come on! Oh, come on! Why? I hope that you... I hope that you roast the Batsuit in the new movie. I don't hate the Batsuit. I know where they're coming from with it. And it borrows a lot from Zero Year, so I mean... I don't like the ears, though, and I don't like the neck brace. But, I don't hate the suit. I don't like it during the daytime, though. That looks ridiculous. But I'm pretty sure that those are night like, they're filming it during the day, but they're gonna transpose it to night or something. That's my guess. How about doing a stream on Joker and Mortal Kombat 11? Okay. I can do that this week. Mm-hmm. Even like that, you still don't play as Batman. The symbol looks like the Arkham Batarang. Yes, it does. So, guys, audio level is good. The Robin curse continues. The curse of Robin. Robin again. Kwing is playing as Nightwing, kind of. Robin, yeah. Because, I mean, if the mic's having problems, I can adjust it. I have to hear from you guys. When I scream, I try to move away from the mic so it's not as loud, like, no! But, yeah. Robin, the boy blunders. Stop that! Stop that, please. You're gonna hurt my feelings. What about a movie based on Killer Moth and Firefly? If I would want Killer Moth and Firefly to be Batgirls. See, I think they're looking at the Batgirl movie all wrong. I think they should do a Batgirl Year One, and I think that her villain should be Killer Moth and Firefly. I think that'd be fun. And I think that Robin should be in her movie. But she's the star. I don't have any opinions on PS5 yet, guys. Sorry. I haven't really done much with that yet. Ooh, stream, and I was just watching the Arkham Knight walkthrough. Yeah, there's a stream. Kwing, what about a movie based... I already said that one. What's your opinion on Arkham remasters? I personally hate them. Not a big fan. I played them. They're doing a Batgirl movie? Yes, they're doing a Batgirl movie. For y'all that might not understand, because Kappa and all of YouTube's craziness, we can't have intense swearing and things like that. They can take down channels for things in live stream chat.
This chemical plant has been
Swears are allowed for like PG-13.
And now both Joker and Bane are trying to steal it. Stop them, or Gotham will go up in flames. You have to.
Oh my gosh, I'm Batman?
Vary your
I'm Batman!
play upon their fears.
I'm Batman! Okay. When did I unlock the Noel suit? Alright. Do I have electric gauntlets? No. And I'm kind of sad. Da 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 da. Woohoo! Ah! I got 2. And then I died. Not bullets! Hey, I got 2. Wait, do I not have a... Oh, Batman doesn't... I see, I never really get to play as Batman, so I don't have a, I don't have a back grapple takedown like Robin does. Okay. I got smoke pellets. Da 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 da. Alright, there's 2 of them. Oh, they see me. Alright. Hell. Ah! Oops! They're fans of the buddy system. Whoops. You have Batman Beyond? The suit? I don't know. Why haven't you played the Batman Beyond game that you mentioned? Because I'm lazy. It's pretty simple. I don't want to go upstairs, grab the N64, and connect it. I'm lazy, I'm sorry.
Explosives drop-off point intercepted.
Oh my gosh! Wow, we both died. See, that's probably why we don't want to take on buddy system. Bane thugs are smart. Go after the Joker thugs. Would you prefer a reboot of the Arkham franchise or something in the universe? I've been saying that I want a new thing. Arkham's done. Arkham's over with. Uh-oh. Yeah, I gathered that. Man, these guys like to hang out together.
If they're found, let them in. This will get a lot harder. This one could be tougher than the usual.
Seriously, why didn't I do a takedown?
This is interesting.
Bane, 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 Bane. Bane, 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 Bane.
Heavens, Joker's run out of thugs.
Joker's run out of thugs? Does that mean because Bane team's gonna win again? I think Bane team's gonna win again.
Here, cat! Bane's gang is on top.
I died in the vent. You were dead. I am the worst Batman. I know, I'm playing like Robin. I'm also trying to answer questions at the same time. Give me a break, yo. Oh, gosh. And also, I'm pretty sure that I got people watching me that are playing. Because it's a little bit too coincidental that they know exactly where I am.
Gracious, Joker's out of reinforcements.
At that, you can't... that's too lucky. You know what I'm saying? It's too lucky. Especially that time Bane came after me, yo. See what I mean? How the heck did you get up there? Is that a drone?
Joker's gang have no more reinforcements. Nearly dry on ammo here.
Huh? Bane wins.
Master
Yep,
Bruce
Bane wins
Wayne
again.
has the venom. Gotham City is his for the taking.
Robin quit? What do you mean Robin quit? Who said he could quit? Lauren Lester as Dick Grayson in the new game? I don't think so. Peekaboo Bane, I see you. I thought multiplayer servers were shut down. That's what everybody keeps saying. What do you reckon will happen to Dini and Johns once 5G happens and collapses? I mean, Dini can go anywhere. Jeff Johns is talented. He can go anywhere. But, I mean, they both love DC. Dini left DC in pretty good shape, you know, when he went to Marvel. And Jeff Johns has been doing stuff with WB Television for years. So, I mean, but he's back writing like the Three Jokers and some other stuff. You're Clooney Batman. Hey, Robin went to Jump City with the Titans. Robin really quit the match? What is the Nemesis system? The Nemesis system is from Lord of the Rings game. And in it, when you defeat an enemy, they come back stronger. And they learn from how you beat them. So if the Batman game uses the WB Games Montreal Nemesis system from Shadows of Mordor, that's going to make things very interesting. Because even the Spider-Man game that came out recently, like a couple years ago, not recently, 2018, the thugs didn't really learn from their mistakes. You know, they weren't on the lookout for Batman. So, in theory, let's say Batman took out a guy using a gargoyle, right? Well, if you ran into that thug again, how do you know that thug didn't plant C4 on the gargoyle? Or will have a, you know, like a grenade or a missile launcher. Like, he's going to expect certain ways, so you're going to have to attack him different ways. They're not going to be as, like... they're not going to be as dumb. So what I would do to play a game with the Nemesis system is make sure that when you take enemies out that you do it the weakest way possible, so when you run into them again, you could do a cool takedown or something else that they're not expecting. That way you keep challenging yourself for how it's going to happen. But that, more or less, is what the Nemesis system is. Like, the enemies would get stronger, they'd get smarter. If you beat them a certain way, you'd have to learn a different way of defeating them. So, I mean, it's basically like smart AI. You know? Does that make sense? Exactly. Yes, I think the Talons from the Court of Owls will be like the Urukais. Exactly. I agree, Matanui. Like, the Nemesis, it's a good idea on paper, but it kind of made, like, those Lord of the Rings games, like, way too hard, because when you would take out one of those, like, Urukai general things, the next time you fought them and they got revenge, I mean, those things were almost impossible to beat. It didn't make the game more challenging, it kind of made the game, like, the characters you were playing were way too OP. And there wasn't much you could do with it, you know? So, I mean, it sounds like a cool idea, but at the same time, there has to be a balance so that the players will be able to beat your game. I don't know about you, but I never finished either one of the Shadows of Mordor game because it just felt unfair. It was fun for a while, don't get me wrong, but I didn't like playing it after a certain point. Kwing, what do you think of Jason Todd's character entirely and how they handled his death? That's a good, interesting question. Jason was an interesting character. His death made sense because he had so much rage and so much angst and he wasn't listening to anybody. Oh, they had the buddy system. They always travel in pairs, those Bane thugs. Even if you kill one of them, it's like... Ah! So, I mean, he had so much... so much emotional baggage that he couldn't let go of. And he would kind of use that when he went on the streets of Gotham. And eventually, because he had this problem with authority, he didn't listen to Batman and he ran after the Joker because he thought he was better than Batman. You know, he thought that he could handle the Joker. Joker's just another clown, so to speak. And he underestimated the Joker and he died. You know, and he had to live... Well, I mean, he didn't have to live with that. When he came back to life, I don't know if necessarily Jason became more cautious, because he's almost been killed several times since then. But, like, I want to say that he learned from some of his mistakes! Help! Help! There's a Robin here! Guys! Robin! Ah! Man. This is the same Bane thug that killed me. That can't be a coincidence. Is it? It's like the third time I've gotten killed by that same Bane guy. There's something awfully fishy going on. Alright, can we stick together? I got somebody hunting me, yo.
Protect the captain. If the heroes take him down, I might cancel the mission, which would be boring and probably faster for you. Still, you know, I'm the runners have you running scared. Fight back or I'm scrubbing this mission. We got Robin. Oh, goody.
Oof. Thanks, guys. I needed that. I'll follow you wherever you're gonna go. Don't. I'm not wandering. Ah! Oh.
Heroes got your captain. That's not good.
How in the world did that happen? Worst deaths in DC? I'd have to think about that. He has enhanced vision, Kwing. Well, this has been a fun fail stream.
I promoted one of you to captain. No hard feelings, the of his moods.
Look out, you guys! The J-Man's coming! Go let him in, or else!
Too late. They control the door. You killed Robin? Excellent news.
Ah! Ah! Run!
Oh, it's Bane.
Ah! What in the world? I was getting tossed like a rag doll. Alright, I gotta find my crew. Please stop that. I actually like Troy as a Joker. I thought he did a great job.
Reinforcements, lads. Make me proud. And or stay alive.
I killed Robin!
You got Robin.
Yay!
Reinforcements available. Ha-cha!
Ow! He got revenge for Robin! I'm dead. I didn't know Batman and Robin killed. Oh, never mind. I got killed by a Bane Thug. How is multiplayer working? I'm getting that question a lot. Run, Kay, run! Will not respawn. Oh, I'm dead. Aw, man. This Bane team is so tough. They've won every match. You're given free reign to develop a Nightwing show for approximately 10 seasons. What characters would you use, and who would you get to play them? And what stories would you tell to adapt? Okay, so this is a Nightwing TV show, right? My Nightwing would be Yoshi from Power Rangers Dino Charge. He would be my Nightwing. The first season, because I would want people to get really interested into it, I would do... I would ease people into the superhero thing, so Dick Grayson would be a cop. He would be Officer Grayson. We would do Blockbuster first, for the first season. Introduce a crime element. The second season, or near the end of the season, we would tease, like, some... Batman villains. Like, I think we'd have the Scarecrow come for the first season. The second season would focus on,
I don't think that's very funny, do you?
I don't know if the second season would be good for the Court of Owls. I'd want to save the Court of Owls for later, but I think the Court of Owls would be good to start with the second season. Have that revolve around that. Have Oracle move to Bloodhaven, like, in the... near the end of the second season. That way, Nightwing has someone he can, like, bounce, you know, dialogue off in the field. The third season, I would probably bring in Deathstroke and maybe have some Titan cameos. That way I can build up the possibility of a Titan show, considering I'm in my third season of Nightwing. So, that's what I would do with that. The fourth season, I would bring back some of the elements of the Court of Owls, but mainly Lincoln March, and have him going out of his way to take out Nightwing. And also by the third season, Nightwing would, at the beginning of it, he would lose his job as a police officer. Like, that would be done. There would probably be some, like, crisis event that happened that my Nightwing actor would be involved with, so I'd have to change how the fifth season would be. I'm trying to think. I might want to introduce maybe Damian or something in the fifth season and have him, like, team up with Nightwing every once in a while. I don't know what villains they would fight, though, because I feel like I've used all the really good ones for Nightwing. Season 6, I would get desperate and bring in a lot of Batman villains, because I teased the opportunity of them coming in. So I would probably have, like, Two-Face, and I would do the whole storyline where he hates Robin so much because Robin foiled his plans, and he just... There was this whole, like, pre-52 continuity thing where Two-Face and Dick Grayson hated each other. Like, they were kind of like... I wouldn't say he was Robin's nemesis, but they had a history that would make for some interesting television. So that's what Season 6 would be about. And then Season 7, I would have... Dick Grayson's grandfather come back and mess with him. Because the Court of Owls is kind of like his thing. And let's see, Season 8? Season 8, I would have Dick Grayson put together like a superhero team, like the Outsiders. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know who you would fight, though. It's kind of hard to come up with all these different villains. Season 9 would be... I think like a Forever Evil arc, but one where Nightwing doesn't get killed. Like the possibility of a Robin getting seriously hurt, or Batman. I think I would switch roles and have Batman die in Season 9. And then Season 10 would be like Nightwing and Oracle get married. And the show ends. There you go. That's all 10 seasons, I think. It's pretty good. Off the top of my head. Pretty decent, right?
Bane's gang got Robin. They have reinforcements.
I feel like I'm being Bane screen watched.
Grenade package dispatched, boys.
Wait. I didn't think that was gonna work. Meh. What's your opinion on the old Batman show, The Batman? Are you talking about the 04 show? The one that made Batman more anime-like, and he just like had high-tech gadgets and he fought a bunch? And Joker knew Kung Fu. I watched that entire series. I have that entire series on DVD. Actually. I mean, I thought the show was okay. I mean, it wasn't like Batman the Animated Series good. It was good for its time. I really liked the 4th and 5th season with Robin in it. I thought that was handled pretty well. Same guy again. If you could make a Batman show and it would be 15, 20 seasons and you had to have a major Batman storyline in it, oh my gosh, that's too hard to think. 15 and 20 seasons, that's not possible. I would need one actor to be Bruce Wayne throughout it, and he's going to have to age. I would need a Dick Grayson character who's going to start... If that was the case, then the Robin show, or Robin in the series, he would have to be like... a child actor. And then by the time... I mean, how always I'm going to end my series is with Batman either retiring and dying, and doing the whole Batman Reborn thing, and having that last, like, the last 2 or 3 years of the show. Or at least the last 2 years of the show. And maybe bring Batman back, that he wasn't dead, he was just, like, he was gone. And he's retired and he passes the mantle, and then do an epilogue where it shows the possibility of the next show, which would be Batman Beyond. I would do all the important storylines, for a 20-year, 15-year Batman show. Or 15 seasons. Every important Batman storyline you could think I would cover. Like, I would go all out. We'd start with Batman Year 1. We'd do Batman Year 2, so the Reaper. Or, in my case, it wouldn't be the Reaper. It'd probably be Andrea Beaumont. Oh, gosh. Help me! Ah! Let's just kill Kwing Day. I would do Batman Year 3, or I would do the Long Halloween stuff. I would adapt that. do Batman Year 3, so introduce Mr. Freeze and Robin in Season 4 as a kid. Season 5 would be probably Batgirl Year 1. Season 6... Oh my gosh. Season 6. What would Season 6 be? Season 6 would probably be KG Beast. And then adapt the stories from the 80s with that. So the Robin season would be mostly Dark Victory and Robin Year 1 storylines. And then the following season would be about Batgirl Year 1. So I'd have Killer Moth and have some comedy elements introducing the kids' sidekicks. And Robin, the actor now, would probably be like 14 years old, something like that. Dang it. Let's see. We would get to the point where Dick Grayson would get older, and eventually he would leave the show for a while, and he would be replaced by Jason Todd. And then a couple seasons later, we would get the actor back as Nightwing. And right around the time that Nightwing comes back, we would do the Oracle thing, except not as... We wouldn't do the Killing Joke as severe, but we'd still do it. We would also do Death in the Family, so we'd blow up Jason Todd. Except we would I would make his descent into madness. Like, he would be, like, really crossing the line with stuff. Like, he would be super borderline, like, almost, like, murderous. And that's kind of why he ended up dying. That's my reasoning. Then I would do the Lonely Place of Dying, where Batman is becoming a little bit more crazy without Robin around, which would lead into the introduction of Tim Drake. Tim Drake would be in our series for a 10-15 season thing. I would do the entire Robin Reborn thing from the 80s, and have kind of like a mini-series focusing on Tim Drake traveling the world. So you'd be introduced to like Lynx and all those other characters. The next seasons would deal with a lot of the Chuck Dixon, Robin, and Nightwing run, with Batman as kind of like a secondary role in the show, leading into Nightfall with Bane. Although I don't know if Batman would come back from being broken by Bane. I think I would have Batman die fighting Bane. I think that would be more symbolic. So we'd already be like Season 9, Season 10. And then, you know, it wouldn't be Batman that ends up fighting Red Hood near the end of the series. It would be Dick Grayson. But I would still do the same points. One of the key things I would have with my Batman show is to make a difference between Dick Grayson as Batman and Bruce Wayne. Like, Dick Grayson would still try to have a life, just like he did in the comics where he married Oracle. So I would want that to be like, you know, this is how Bruce did his Batman, and he chose to be alone, but Dick Grayson is, you know, he's going to have a family. He's not a dark, avenging angel like Bruce was. He's kind of like a knight, you know, like a guardian type thing. And that's what makes Dick and Batman different, is they both handle crime fighting differently, you know. I think that'd be interesting. I don't think it would ever happen, but that's how I would do it if I was given the reins. If they kept me on long enough, you'd see a lot of Batman characters die and all kinds of stuff. I would go full blown source material. Like, it would be like very close to like an R-rated show. Like, it would have to be on HBO Max or something. Oh no! Just when I got to play as Robin again, I get kicked out. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, how long has this stream been going? An hour and 47 minutes. Alright, so we'll go for like another 35 minutes or so. 38. About 40 minutes. Yeah, do about 40 more minutes. Least favorite Dragon Ball character, Yamcha. Kwing, what are some of your favorite moments of each Arkham game? I like the psychological aspects of Arkham Asylum, and the Scarecrow stuff was probably my favorite of that. Arkham City, I liked the idea that Hugo Strange was the big villain behind everything, but I liked that the reveal was Ra's al Ghul. I didn't mind Joker's role in it, but it felt kind of like it was thrown in there because Paul Dini... You guys know that the third arc wasn't written by Dini, right? Like, he did the Hugo Strange element of the game. He did the Hush side story. He was the writer on the second half, where Hugo Strange starts wiping out people and the League of Shadows do stuff. He did not write the third arc, nor did he do Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC. They had the same writer who did Batman Arkham Knight was the guy who did the third arc with Joker and the Harley Quinn DLC. So that's why they have like different story beats. It feels like kind of different games. I mean, it kind of worked, but it didn't feel like that's what Dini was setting things up for, you know? Felt a little different. Because he was transitioning to Marvel during that time. Like, he wasn't quite done. I mean, he had an idea for Joker, and I think he planned on killing Joker in it, but killing off Talia and all that other stuff in the third arc, that was all the guy who did the Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC and helped write Arkham Knight. Pitch a Season 6 Superman show? Doomsday. Least favorite elements of Arkham Knight? The tank. Arkham Tankmobile. Oh my gosh, did it jam up? I think it jammed up, guys. I think it jammed up. Yeah, it jammed up. It jammed up. What are your thoughts about the new Batman game? I've already gone over that in pretty big details. But the music is still playing. Yeah, but it's been stuck on 5 for like ever. It didn't move. Besides, I don't want to fight that Bane team again because they're too good. Shoutouts to the Bane team watching the stream. Kwing, you ever watched The Legend of the Superheroes from 1979 starring Adam West and Burt Ward? Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was hilarious. The one with Shazam or Captain Marvel and company, yeah. Do you like Kate Beckinsale as Catwoman? Is that the lady who played her in Gotham? Closing your last game session. Oh, that's not good. So, are you going to close my last game session? Because we're just kind of sitting on the screen. Thoughts on Batman Sub-Zero? That was a great movie. That was a really fantastic animated film. Like, if I had to do a follow-up of Mask of the Phantasm, it would be very close to that. Like, Robin and Batgirl in that movie were perfect. I love their chemistry. I love the story. I wish the ending was a little bit different. And I wish that Batgirl had, like, a bigger role in it. But, I mean, technically she does. As Barbara Gordon. The only thing I wish is that I think I would have liked the movie better if they didn't replace her voice. I like the Batgirl that they had in the animated series, and I think that she would have like not been as jarring as the new actress because it felt like a different universe a little bit. It didn't quite feel like the animated series. It was close, but it wasn't quite there. And I just have to mute this real quick because Christopher Drake's music is going to play and then I'll get copyrighted. I don't think he composed the multiplayer music. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Garrett's got it. Besides marrying Nightwing at the end, what would you have Batgirl do in your show? She would be his partner. Like, we'd go through all the beats. I don't think in the Nightwing show if I would paralyze her. I don't think so. I don't know. But I would definitely... She would be Nightwing's partner. Like, some of the best Nightwing books are she and him in it. Like, their chemistry, the way they bounce dialogue off each other. It's always important, like, to have a character that you can interact with in your world. And Babs just works really well with Nightwing. She just does. He works really well in her books, too. They work. They click. You know? I'd also give them, like, at the end of the series, too, to, like, really make things different. I would give Nightwing and Batgirl a baby. And tease the possibility of, like, a generational Batman thing. Like, Grayson's going to pass on the mantle to his son, and then, just like that Batman Generations comic book from the 80s, where, like, it was multiple generations of Batman or something like that. It was either 80s or 90s. The only thing I didn't like about the generational book is they had Dick Grayson die in it. But even back then, I'm pretty sure he married Barbara. Well, no clue there was an error. I'm amazed that the servers are still running. This is a cool menu screen, though, for the multiplayer. So basically, it's like 2 games in one. Oh, have I unlocked any costumes for Batman and Robin, by the way? Character loadouts. Yes, I have. So I can have your Earth... I haven't done a lore on this Batman, have I? Earth 1 Batman? Oh, 70s Batman is available? Batman Year 1, 1970s. Oh my gosh. It stands out like a sore thumb. Sinestro Corps. I actually bought the Green Lantern movie to get this skin. Oh my gosh. I did do that. Amber was like, why did we buy the movie again? It's like, because it has this exclusive skin for Sinestro Corps Batman. Do we have to watch the movie? No. In fact, I bought the movie and then I threw it out. It's like, yay, I paid for the skin. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. Consumable inventory. I don't know what any of this junk is. But how? They didn't close the server. I don't know. Dun, dun. Pitch a Spider-Man show with 5 seasons. I don't know Spider-Man all that well. I only remember the 80s. Peter Parker in high school. No girlfriend in the first season. Maybe he has a crush on MJ. Or we could do the Gwen Stacy thing, but I don't know. I'm not a big Gwen Stacy fan. And she wasn't alive when I was alive. The girl I remember Spider-Man with was his wife, MJ. I don't remember Gwen Stacy. So I don't know a lot about her. She was the girlfriend who died. So, okay, first season would be high school. Introduce, like, the main characters, like, Dr. Connors. I think I would have Doc Ock as, like, the high school teacher. Or no. We could have Dr. Connors as a high school teacher. Doc Ock would be working at Oscorp, where Peter would get, like, a summer job or something. Like a externship or something for like credits for getting into a good college or something like that. The first season would have something happen to Doc Ock where he would transform into Dr. Octavius, and Spider-Man would have to step things up. I don't know if he would learn that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. I don't think so. Season 2 would have Peter Parker as a senior in high school, and at the end he would go to college. The villain that he would be dealing with would be Hobgoblin, and some people that work for the Kingpin, but you don't see the Kingpin. Third season would be the Kingpin and the Green Goblin. Fourth season would be Peter and MJ getting together and the symbiote saga. Fifth season would end with Peter and MJ getting married and having Spider Baby, and then leading into, I don't know, something different. Like Peter Parker becoming a high school teacher, and then the next show would be about Spider-Girl. Mayday Parker. There you go. Those are my 5 seasons. Which Batman villain do I think has the saddest origin? Two-Face. Oh, wait, no. No! No, no. Mr. Freeze. I take it back. Mr. Freeze has the saddest origin. Paul Dini's Mr. Freeze origin is the saddest comic book origin for a villain. Do I want Copperhead to appear again? As long as she's not like Miley Cyrus.
What kind of maniac would break into a prison? Take control of the place. Don't let Bane's...
Wait, why was Major Mercer hidden from the channel?
Batman and Robin
He didn't do anything.
Don't let them. Or else.
Don't hide people from the channel, please, unless you ask me first. Ah! You can time people out, but do not hide them from the channel. Spamming is not a justification, because then they're not going to be able to find my videos, and that... it's all kind of a mess. This channel works because it has active viewership.
Explosive jail!
Spamming is not enough to get somebody permabanned, sorry. So just, Garrett, keep an eye on that for me, and keep track of names for me, please. Because I only ban people for harassing people. Like, you know, saying, like, they're gonna harm somebody, or, you know, they're breaking, like, all the rules. Spamming isn't enough to hide it. That's basically blocking someone from a channel. That's too far. They have to really earn it. And spamming is not it. Spamming's annoying, so just time them out. Sorry, I didn't know you were a clown. Now I see you're a clown.
Grenades on the way. Bane's gang are beating us. Do something.
The Batman's coming. Who's shooting us? No worries, but please keep track of, if you hit a bunch of users, I need to know their names so I can unhide them by the end of the stream. Otherwise, they won't... It's not just they can't chat. They can't watch the videos if they're logged in. It's like I ban them from the channel. Get back here, you pointy-eared little freak!
Take him down, I might cancel the mission, which would be...
Ah!
Probably. Still, you know...
Darn it. PG-13 swearing is allowed on this channel, guys. It's the same as the Let's Play channel. This is an adult stream. We just don't drop a lot of F-bombs because we don't want to be demonetized for stuff. But PG-13 swearing is allowed, just not excessively. Is it a Bane Thug? Ah! I was killed by a group of Banes. They're the bane of my existence. Hey, don't worry about it. I can't read your name because it's backwards, green guy. So just, you know. Now you know, so you'll be smarter next time. You're fine. I think you're doing a good job as a mod. You just gotta, you know, just holster the firearm, Sheriff. You have the power to time out people, but just only ban people that are harassing each other, like serious threats. That's all. Did you see me? Ah! Why? Why? Why you gotta throw me, Bane? Oh man, I'm dead. You are dead. Oh, his name is Mr. Flipside? Oh my gosh. Star Wars fan level harassment. What's the funniest Batman thing you've ever seen? Batman the Animated Series, when Condiment King appears and Batman decks the Condiment King and then says, "Quiet, Mustard Man," or whatever you call yourself. That was funny, and that was like basically
Enemy gang spotted.
a Batman that is straight-laced, like interacting with this comedic villain. Like, I think that's what they call, like, oh, what's the name of that type of comedy? Batman's playing like the straight man. And it works because he says something funny, but he does it in a serious way. When I saw that as a kid, I, like, laughed so hard because I wasn't expecting it, because Batman the Animated Series is kind of like a dark show, you know, and Batman never really joked around. So the fact that, I mean, he joked around as Bruce Wayne with Alfred and Dick Grayson a little bit, you know, more like sarcastic humor. So when he actually went out of his way to, like, tease this costumed guy wearing mustard guns, it was unexpected and hilarious. Okay, that's spam. You asked me the same question over and over and over and over and over again. Wait, I didn't want to hide you. I just wanted to unhide. Timeout.
Ammo resupply complete.
Yeah, see, timed out. That was spamming the chat. So that's what spam is. But yeah, I know there are YouTubers that go crazy and they just like ban people for whatever reason, but I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, because most of the people on my streams and in my comment sections, they tend to treat people with decency. Oh gosh. You were the last gang member alive. Man. I'm dead. It's all over. There's no respawn. How am I alive? How is this possible? Just said I'm the last one alive.
They have reinforcements.
I'm so confused with how this multiplayer stuff works, yo. Joker Busters. Something strange in the neighborhood. Ah! Batman! I was singing. Oh man. Should I have whistled instead? I'm taking requests. You're mean to thugs. I'm rooting for the Bane team now. Go get Batman.
Batman and Robin are starting to spoil the fun. Don't let them stop you.
No! Ow! I didn't watch Gotham. Sorry. I couldn't stand it. I tried. There was just too many things that just I can't be one of those people that just shuts my brain off. If it veers too far from what's expected and known of the characters, I can't get interested in it. Hey, if people liked Gotham, cool, but I'm not one of those people.
The heroes got you, and they gained an advantage. Do try harder. Do!
I don't even see where the heroes are winning, though. What costume is he wearing? Is he 1970s Batman? Ah!
Beaten by Bane and his thugs?
Yeah, Bane wins again.
Not good, boys. Not good.
Oh, that's the long Halloween costume. Ah. What is bitch shoot? What batsuit was the lightest and most bulletproof armored material armor Bruce has worn? I mean, it's not really armor. His year one costume was spandex with a bulletproof vest on his chest and on his back. His INC suit was made of like a bulletproof material that was not like a spandex suit. He stopped wearing spandex after he had his back broken by Bane. So his mid-90s suit that was all black like the movies was a type of like thicker padding. It was also fireproof. His new 52 costume was armored. Mostly pre-Flashpoint, it was just kind of like a padded material that was both bulletproof and flameproof. The really heavy armored stuff didn't come until the new 52 and DC Rebirth. He wasn't really wearing armor. Because it defeats the point of the character, because the character is a flesh and blood human that, you know, it made it more interesting to have this guy running around in, like, spandex with bulletproof vests and stuff like that, because most of Batman's comics, especially the 80s and 90s, you would see him bleed and get hurt and stuff like that. Outside of Zero Year for the new 52, I don't really remember seeing Batman get beat up and bruised as much as I did, like, the 90s and the 80s Batman. Like, he became more of, like, this mythic character, almost godlike in the new 52. Which, I mean, to each his own, it's fine. What do I think of Star Wars Episode 9? Did not care for it. BitShoop is a YouTube-style thing. A lot of people upload movies and TV shows. They don't get taken down. Oh, okay. What other superheroes would you like to see get their own video games? Nightwing! Nightwing and, maybe Arrow? I don't think that, that superheroes work very well in video games, like heroes with superpowers. I mean, I think somebody could do it, but I feel like flesh and blood human characters as heroes do better for video games because, like, I mean, they can die. There can be problems with them. You know? Makes things more interesting. That's why a character like Green Arrow or Nightwing or Batman or something makes more compelling video games because you're playing with this vulnerable character, this character that has the weakness of mortality. Whereas if you play Superman, somebody has to have kryptonite or magic or something like that. And if you incorporate that into the game, then yeah, I mean, if, say you made a Superman game, at the beginning of the game, Superman was tricked by one of his nemesises, and he was given like a kryptonite poisoning that's slowly weakening him throughout the entire game. And if you don't get a cure, Superman's going to die at the end of the game. You know, it would add like a sense of urgency to use all of Superman's abilities, even though Superman's abilities are getting weaker because he's dying. And I guess I would give players 2 outcomes for the story. One where you get the poison out of Superman, and another where Superman just dies. Like, maybe you have to complete a certain thing in order for the antidote to be successful or something. I don't know, just something like that. You know how sometimes there's multiple endings for games? I would put 2 endings for a Superman game, because otherwise, if you don't put limitations on Superman's strength and, you know, other things, then it's just not interesting. So I mean, it's kind of dark. You'd be like, oh, you would poison Superman and make the players, like, try to save his life as the point of the story? It'd be like, yeah. Because it would make Superman more vulnerable. Also, I'm dark, so... I mean, you could go that route, too, if you wanted to make the Superman game like the Force... Oh, what's the name of that game again? Star Wars... Wow, I can't even remember the name of the game, and I just covered it, like, less than 6 months ago. Is it really that forgettable? I thought it was pretty decent. Huh. No, not the Force Unleashed, the other one. Fallen Order, yeah. I guess we're waiting on some people. Why is there no timer? Let's go to a different lobby. So we're going to do like one more match, guys, and then we're going to call it a night. And hopefully you got most of your answers. My gosh, already I'm getting tired. Yeah. Hopefully you got most of your questions answered. Question. I've heard that Telltale Batman Season 3 is still happening, but it's not anytime soon. It'll be a while. Unless they do a surprise at E3. What skin in Arkham Knight is an everyday bat suit for Bruce Wayne? Depends what Batman thing you're talking about. Like I told you, the new 52, he went for a more armored costume, more protection. Because he lived in a world where superhero team-ups were more common, so he had like an armored batsuit. It was literally, he was the Dark Knight. Pre-52, he was a guy running around in light, bulletproof material and flame-resistant stuff, so that it wouldn't slow him down in combat, or if he needed to backglide around the city with his cape, the heavy material of his armor didn't, you know... didn't make things very complicated for him. Like, Batman would have to... with the heavy armor, he's going to have to add that, you know, in his head if he falls off a building or something like that. Like, his reaction time of what he's going to do. If he has lighter material, then he can recover quicker. But also, at the same time, if you have less protection, then you're not going to absorb a lot of blows and stuff like that. Different boots that Batman wears when he jumps off roofs, the reason why he doesn't break his legs is because he has absorption in the boots, the heel of the boot, and the ankle, and some other parts. So when he jumps, like, most of that impact is not like his bones and his muscles taking. It's being absorbed by, like, you know, some type of cushioning. Although I still don't advise doing superhero landings in real life because you're going to mess up your knees to the point where you could break your legs. What are my thoughts on the Suicide Squad game? That was canceled a long time ago. It was basically like the Arkham Origins multiplayer. It was like a team battle royale game. Any plans to do more DC Universe Online? I don't know. I mean, I've tried to play it after we completed the story for the heroes and villains, and I couldn't get any farther in the game because I just can't figure out how to grind anymore because there's really no way to grind. It's something different. And it's too confusing for me. Sorry. I was amazed that I did as many episodes of DC Universe as I did because, which reminds me, I need to cancel my subscription because I'm probably still paying for DC Universe. And I haven't played that game in some time. So I need to cancel my subscription. I don't know how to do that, though. I'm going to have to go in the Nintendo store and do something. Will you be covering the new Avengers game this September? Yes. Alright, guys, this is going to be the last match. Joker's Funhouse. Yeah, DC Universe was added to the Switch a little while ago. Oh, okay. I guess that's it. I guess that's it. Huh. Will you do a review of the new Batman game when it comes out? No, I will do I'll do a full playthrough and live streams of it. I don't do reviews anymore. They take too much time. There's just too many people playing, I guess. This is why I don't like online games. They take too long. I wanted to play one more time, but I don't think I'm going to get to. Okay. Let's just check some more comments, and then we'll call it a night. Always wanted to know, if you had to end Batman Arkham Knight a different way, how would you have had it end? I would have gone the Battle for the Cowl route, and I wouldn't have had Batman... I mean, I know Batman doesn't die, but what I would have done is I would have shown the possibility that Batman is around. What I would do is, on top of the police department building where Batman left the cowl, I'd have Nightwing come and grab the cowl and look at the cowl, and then what I could do after that is I can put it as a cliffhanger, like, is Nightwing going to be Batman? And then the next game, continuation of the Arkham story, and, you know, Nightwing is Batman. So that way I can keep playing in that universe if I wanted to continue the Arkham stuff. And because I left it ambiguous, like in the next game, Nightwing wouldn't find a body in Wayne Manor. He wouldn't find Alfred or Bruce's remains. Because even if there's an explosion, unless they're like right in the middle of the explosion, which they weren't, then there would be some remains left. And the fact that they don't find anything, you know, it means they weren't there. So I would have that kind of be a mystery for a little part of the game, but Nightwing would operate out of the clock tower. I would retcon Tim Drake and Barbara. Like, I would just ignore that completely and have the person she married being Dick. And I would use Tim Drake more. I would, because Damian's not in this universe, I would have more of a Robin Batman presence in the fourth game, but it would be Dick and Tim. And then maybe if I wanted to stir the pot in the fifth game, I would have Damian come up as, like, a semi-villain, like this little 10-year-old mobster guy, just messing with Dick. And I would probably bring Batman back. I'd probably bring Bruce back and just be like, you know, he's retired, and he's around in the future to set up... like, the sixth Arkham game would be Batman Beyond. So, fourth game would deal with the Batman Reborn storyline, except without Damian. Fifth game would introduce Damian, possibly tease the return of Bruce Wayne, and the sixth game would be Batman Beyond. And then I'd be done with Arkham. Amber sleeping. I've been playing a long time. Do you think Barbara would be Oracle after she's married? Probably. All right. Oh, wow, it's almost 1 o'clock. Okay, people, that is it. That is all. Thank you so much for watching tonight's stream. I hope I answered most of your questions. I hope you guys had fun hanging out, playing this game that still has multiplayer, which is crazy. I don't know. I'm kind of spent. I think I need to eat something. I'm going to have some birthday cake or do something. I'm just kind of out of there. If you could make a Nightwing game with any story and characters, what would you do it, and how would you keep it traditional Arkham-style gameplay? How you basically played as Nightwing in the Arkham games, that's what you would play in my game, except he would have more gadgets that could help him out since he doesn't have a cape. I would have like more stealth takedowns for him, be more acrobatic. The storyline for him would follow probably the Court of Owls. Like, I would introduce that into the Arkham universe. I think that would be a good first game, personally, rather than just like Blockbuster or one of those crazy villains in Bloodhaven, because it feels like he would have already dealt with those characters, you know? But the Court of Owls has never showed up. Jason would show up in the Arkham stuff. Yeah, he'd come back. Alright, guys. Yeah, really. What is the longest review that I've ever done? Chrono Trigger. It was 50 minutes long, and it took 6 to 9 months to make. It was the longest review I ever did, and I believe it has over 1,000 clips in the video. Because I had to adhere to the reviewer policy back then, which was you were not allowed to use more than 15 seconds or 20 seconds of clips at a time for a segment. So I literally had tons of clips in that video. So it took a long time to put that together. Yeah. How they do reviews now is a lot easier because you don't have to put as much footage if you didn't want to, but back then you had to adhere to certain regulations, which was not fun. It wasn't fun. And I also had to get footage from the DS version of that game too. Yes, Batman has been shot very bad. Alright, everyone. You guys have a fantastic night. And I will see you guys tomorrow night with the Batsuit full breakdown video. It probably won't be a 10-minute video. It's like, I don't know, it's under 10 minutes. But I just talked to you about different Batsuits, compare different utility belts, talk about some of the hypothetical gadgets you're going to see, talk about the Bat Bike, make some comparisons to Zero Year and things like that. You can look forward to the video later tonight. Tomorrow is the finale of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on Kwing's Let's Plays. Friday is the start of One Punch Man, which I can't show you guys, but I have it. That'll be that Let's Play on that channel. And on Tuesday will be a Gaming with the Kwings episode here on the O1 channel of Samurai Showdown for the Switch, because I forget the company who made that game, but they asked us to look at it. We're not going to look at it on the Let's Play channel, so we're going to do a 30-minute episode like the old days. Throw it up on this channel, and you guys can see Amber and I kill each other as ninjas with blood and gore and all that other stuff. So that'll be happening Tuesday. But that's it, that's all. Have a wonderful night, and I'm going to put the bat smoke and going to have some cake. Alright, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. As always, it was such fun to talk with all of you. And I wish you a wonderful night. Peace! Smoke bomb.